What's up, bro? What's your name?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, bro? My name is Robert.
What prison you are right now?
Right now, at this very moment, I am in a prison called Centinela State Prison.
How long you been in prison?
I've been in prison since 1988. I'm about to have 40 years in prison.
How long was your sentencing?
My sentence, the original sentence was 4 life sentence plus 5 years. But I picked up more time in prison, so now I'm doing 4 life sentence plus 16 years.
What you be doing in prison all this time?
Uh, I got into art.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
From the beginning of my sentence, I got into art, but not to make money, not with the idea of making money, but to leave something behind for my family to remember me, because things were different, very, very different than how they are now. And there was no telling if I was going to make it tomorrow. That officers were killing people. There's a lot of violence in prison. Now everything is kind of cooled down, and people can think about going home.
Is any is any way you gonna make it home soon?
I'm a lifer, so lifers don't really have a actual date. It's up to the board, prison term, and I can't complain because I already did one too many things in prison, assault on the staff, the stabbings other inmates. Uh, the way I saw it was a matter of survival, and so I was willing to do whatever I had to do to survive. And I wasn't taking nothing from nobody. I wasn't going to be being beat up or nothing without me punching back. So now, after doing everything I done, to me it's a matter of biting the bullet. So I don't know if I'm going to make it back home or dying here. But I know that's maybe I would have make it home before if I hadn't had that much violence in prison. But it's done. It's done. There's nothing I can do about that. So now it's up to the board.
Do you running with any game in prison or you running solo?
No, no. I always run as others. To me, running with gangs in prison, you only take one gang member to break down for the officers to know whatever you're doing. Doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be dealing drugs. You can be whatever you're doing. You can be selling wine, making wine. You can be making weapons, whatever. It only takes one member of the gang to break down, turn it over to the officers for the officers to know all the business. So I didn't like it. And to me, to beat up an older man or somebody that's a little mentally retarded by 3 or 4 guys on one guy, to me that's an action of coward, and I can't live with action of cowards. Everything I do, my pride is in front of me. So I went and made my own path. Even when I had the chances to have my friends and my buddies willing to go down with me or whatever.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I always do my stabbings by myself, because whenever there is a stabbing, there's going to be consequences. I don't want to be killing or messing up somebody else's life. So if one of my friends mess up his life, I mess up wrong, not on my time. So I want to just handle my business by myself.
That's good, bro. That's good. So now, like, so you just prefer to run other thing.
Now I'm getting older. I'm still strong, and I always had the mentality. But like I say, in today's times, it's easy to walk the prisons without facing what I faced at the beginning. At the beginning, this thing was you had to have the balls real to be able to walk with courage. Otherwise, you were going to be dragged on all year. And everything changed. Everything changed since like after 2000. Things start changing little by little, and now it's getting to the point that, like I say, people are actually going home. The doors are opening wider for even lifers to go home. And I maybe what all these times the door open for me as well. But we will see.
Eric, how long you be going to see your border?
I'll be going to see the board next month again, but this is going to be my 5th time. And the only reason for which I haven't had a date yet is because I never pled guilty to the crime for which I've been accused of. And the board trying to corner me, force me into pleading guilty. And to me, it's like they tell you when you first get arrested, you got the right to remain silent. And not only that, that's been backed up by the 5th Amendment, by Miranda rights. So to me, they violated my due process by each time they tried to force me to pleading guilty. When I plead not guilty from the gate, I plead not guilty. So now, they're the ones that made the decision, and it's up to me to either break down or keep on standing for what I believe.
You think if you play guilty, you think you might go home?
They told me straight to my face, play guilty and we'll let you go. But my sixth sense tell me not to. And I like to follow my sixth sense. I don't believe these people. I don't believe the board, that the politics, they don't care about me dying in prison or working out. So whenever they told me that if I play guilty, they will let me go home, to me that they're just playing a mind game, which I'm not willing to dance to their music. So I'm gonna keep on standing my ground, and because I understand, like, sometimes you plead not guilty but all the evidence are against you, but that's not my case. I have a strong alibi, and if they don't want to believe it, they don't want to see it, that's up to them. You know, like, for example, the victims of my crime say that they never saw me before the court. Prior to the court, they had never seen me before, and the only reason they were testifying against me was because the officer told them to. So that should have been enough for them to drop the case. But I know they didn't drop it. That's their choice. I don't have to live with that choice.
So how do you feel like be doing all this time, having a 4 life sentences for something you didn't do?
You know, it's not about how do I feel about it. To me, we have to live life. I'm living my life in prison, and my main point is to make the best. Whether I'm outside or in prison, I have to keep on. I'm not going to let the system.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
So I just keep being positive, helping those around me, helping people, giving back to the community. So I just keep on walking straight and doing positive things. And that made me feel good. It's a good energy.